Let me clarify this by asking this question, by telling this by putting this to Mr. Stein, Mr. House. I had an opportunity to consult with the rest of the accused. It is confirmed that accused number 3 was in possession of this device on the 26th of October 2014.
Where?
On the day
Where?
of... My Lord, may I just...
No.
I don't want to leave the gaps.
No, Mr. Mngomezulu, please.
I started, my Lord,
The court must be placed in a position to understand. Because
My
this
Lord.
witness, wait. This witness doesn't talk about locality of a person. This witness talks about the locality of a device. Mr. House, Colonel House, it's a correct.
That's correct, my Lord.
That's it. So I
But
must
we are
understand.
talking about the accused
Otherwise,
number
this
3.
court is a Mickey Mouse court.
No, my Lord, no. The court must not dig its own way
No, I'm not.
of finding the person. No, I'm saying there's evidence here. GG.
Yeah.
It talks about accused number 3. The instruction that was, the request that was made to Mr. House was in relation to 5 accused. Accused number 3 is one of them. And my instruction, when I cross-examined Mr. House yesterday, I started at 7 in the morning. Yes, in page 10, until the 30th of October. There's no other accused person that I'm talking about.
No.
I'm talking about...
But listen, I was in this court. This witness never confirmed the presence of accused number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He confirms the presence of a number. Am I correct?
My Lord, this is a section 205 is on the number
Please,
of the IMA of the number where the number was in that area.
The number, not the person.
The device, my Lord.
May I request the court...
That's not me saying that, it's him saying
May
that.
I request the court not to be impatient? May I request the court to be patient and
I'm
listen to...
very patient.
No, my Lord, I disagree with you. I don't want to fight and dialogue with you.
Okay.
My concern is that just now, to correct that accused number 3, I'm putting to this witness now
Right.
that from 8 o'clock, I'm specific now, from 8 minutes past 8, according to these records, he was in possession of the cell phone.
Okay, fine.
Until the 30th. I'm being specific.
Yes.
I don't talk about other days prior. Now I'm putting to you, Mr. Host, accused number 3, I put it as a fact now. You can disagree with me. I put it as a fact that on the 8th, on the 26th of October 2014, at 8 minutes past 8, as with reference to page 10 of Exhibit GG, he was in possession of that device. I put it as a fact now.
Can't comment on it, my Lord.
Okay.
But umsolo sithathu ngo-8:08 kuyofika ngomhla ka-30 wayephethe lo makhalekhukhwini athi cha angikwazi ukuletha leso siqiniseko.
Let's now get into your evidence, which I said is irrelevant in this court. 2018. Before I conclude my examination, I'm going to argue at a later stage that evidence that you presented in this court from 2018 to 2021 is irrelevant in this court in the sense that there's no communication that you have placed on record through either through SMS or WhatsApp that constitute or has the elements of a particular offense. Meaning, there are no SMSs, there's no communication that you can prove to this court that these accused persons knew each other for wrong purposes, especially in relation to the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
Ubufakazi obungabulethi obukhona lenkantolo ukuthi mhlambe kwaba nama SMS noma WhatsApp ekhombisa ukuthi ukuxhumana kwalabasolo mayelana nokwenza ke ukuholela ekubulaweni kukaSenzo Meyiwa.
Meaning, you cannot prove mens rea or mean guilty mind in this communication between these accused persons.
Angeke ukwazi ukuletha isiqiniseko sokuthi laba ke abasolwa babehlosile.
My Lord, I don't know what it means, sir.
You can't, I'm putting to you, you can't even prove the actus reus, the positive act in the communication of these 5 accused persons in terms of these records.
My Lord, I don't have a law degree. I don't know what
Active reuse is.
Positive act.
he's put statements to me.
No, this is,
I'm new in the court.
let me just give you an example, Mr. House. Just an example. An example would be in the communication, accused number 1 said, yes, this is what I've done through a message or SMS. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Let's move forward. You remember when you talk about paragraph 15.2.2 in your exhibit D5.
That's correct, my Lord.
You talk about a cell phone that was taken from accused number 1 during his arrest under case number 217-03-2019. Remember it? Paragraph 15.2.2.
Athi ngaphansi kwa paragraph 15.2.2 kwe-exhibition DD5 ukhulume nge-cellphone eyathathwa umsolo wokuqala ngesikhathi eboshwa.
Yes, my Lord.
Bathi yebo.
Do you agree that you spoke about accused number 2, accused number 1 being arrested under case number 217-03-2019?
Ngiyakhumbula ukuthi wathi lapho ke umsolo waboshwa ngaphansi kwecala ekuthiwa 217-03-2019.
Tembisa cash.
Sorry?
Tembisa cash.
That's correct, yes.
Bathi icala sethembisa. Yebo.
Remember,
That's correct.
in
Bathi
terms
yebo
of
kunjalo.
in terms of that affidavit, you only mention one affidavit. Sorry, you only mention one cell phone.
Bathi lapho ukhulume nge-cellphone eyodwa.
Sorry?
That's what I received from the investigation officer. That's
In
correct.
terms of that affidavit, an affidavit was made by you, not by somebody else. You were alone when you made that affidavit.
Bathi wedwa umabhala leyo affidavit.
According to the database, that was the number, only that number that was found. That's correct.
Bathi ngaloko okukhona lapho ku-database iyona ke number iyodwa yatholakala.
So where did you get the information that a cell phone was recovered from accused number 1?
Uthatha phi ukuthi khona
Mthembisi.
umakhalekhukhwini
Where
watholakala
did you get
kumsolo wokuqala.
From the database that was given by Colonel Stein to say that this number was received, was found in possession of accused number 1.
Hayi lo ngithole ngokuconestele ukuthi le number yatholakala umsolo wokuqala.
And Colonel Stein testified before you were asked by Mr. Kininda to come and testify here.
That's correct, my Lord.
Bathi uconestele weza wazoletha ubufakazi ngaphambi kukaGininda.
So now, if this cell phone, according to the database, was taken from accused number 1, accused number 1 sorry, after your evidence about that paragraph 15.2.2, the next witness was Sergeant Mngomezulu, who gave evidence to this court that for the first time in giving that evidence, she said 2 cell phones were recovered from accused number 2 on the 30th of May 2020.
I can't comment on that, my Lord. I wasn't there. I didn't hear the testimony.
Bathi uSenzo Meyiwa waletha ubufakazi ukuthi amaselefoni amabili athola umsolo wesibili ngomhla ka-30 kuMeyi 2020 wathi cha ngikwazi phawula lutho ngalo ngoba ngangingekho.
You have to comment on that one, I'm telling you now.
My lord, what must I comment? I wasn't in court with what she said. So what must I comment?
Ngikwazi ukuphawula ngoba ngangingekho enkantolo.
Let's go to your... Yeah. Let's go to your exhibit. Exhibit D5B. Second page. D5B. May I approach? Number one, sorry, not number two. So, number one, I'm representing accused number one. Okay, I'm referring to accused number one, sir. 15.2.2 refers to accused number one in that Tembisa case, 217/03/2019. I'm referring to that. Now I'm referring you to your paragraph, to your affidavit, DD5B. You remember how many cell phones you mentioned that they belong to accused number one?
Hayi kama cellphone ukubona lapha ku-exhibit D5B okuthiwa ke akamsolo oqala.
In terms of that,
Two numbers.
Athi kubonakala inamba ezimbili.
where did you get the second number? The second number, is it the one 060-7746-749?
From the investigation officer, my lord.
Zona izinamba ngathola kumseshi.
When?
Nini?
When I've done the section 205.
Emva kokuthi ngenze section 205.
When?
Athi nini?
My lord. When I was asked to do the section 205, when I received the database, all the numbers was given to me. I've got a list of numbers that I can show that was given to me by the investigation officer and Colonel Stein in September month.
That's correct. I wanted to know when,
September
which
month.
day,
That's correct.
which
Athi
day.
ngathola ngoSeptember.
When I was asked, let me just check my statement. I received a request from Colonel Stein on 230906.
Athi ngayithola ke isicelo kusiphuma ku-Kennedy ngomhla
Colonel Brigadier Kanenda to assist Colonel Stein.
ubrigadier Gininda wangicela ukuthi ngisize u-Kennedy.
Then that affidavit DD5, which date did you make it?
Kwenza nini ke i-affidavit ka-DD5?
What was the day it was commissioned?
I lost some of the papers I just lose. I just need to get it. DD5B.
Yes.
DD5 or DD5B?
DD5, the first one.
Twenty-nine 2023.
Mhla 29/09/2023.
So you made that affidavit after you were given the data.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay, i-affidavit le ngayenza emva sengithole idatha.
But you confirm that in your DD5 affidavit, there's no mention of other cell numbers for accused number 1.
Ndiyaqiniseka ukuthi kule ku-DD5 akukhombisi ezinye inamba ezihambelana nomsolo oqala.
Where did I confirm that?
No. Unless I referred you to paragraph 15.2.2. I was specific. I'm talking about paragraph 15.2.2.
Wait,
That's where you talked about the cell number of accused number 1.
That's correct. I
Where-
never said there was any other numbers. I said this number was found on the database. I never said there's no other numbers on the database of the accused. I never said he had another number, or I don't know if he has another number. This number was given to me by the investigation team.
Mr. Stein, Mr.
That's
Host,
correct, my lord.
let me just rephrase it. Maybe you didn't understand me.
Yes.
May I rephrase it?
Yes.
I'm saying, when you testified here for the first time about annexure DD5, you refer this court to paragraph 15.2.2, correct?
That's correct.
Athi umukhuluma nge-DD5 la enkantolo ukhulume nge-paragraph 15.2.2 wathi yebo kunjalo.
In that affidavit, you have not mentioned any other number other than the number 079-379-0137. That's the only number you spoke of, you wrote about it in that affidavit.
But le affidavit ayikho enye inamba okhulume ngayo, ukhulume ngo-079 379 ayikho enye inamba okhulume ngayo.
My question, simple, with reference to
So paragraph 15, the number identified, okay, the number of Masequela, Stemba, Sabia, accused 1 of cell number 277937917 was saved on SIM card on the index as Muzi. Okay,
Yes.
so next one. The number was identified through Truecaller, section 205, during the rest on Tembisa Cash on Samsung SMG F532F with IMA number, currency bag PA6500178680 with a number was found in his possession. This picture that I
no, I'm not talking about pictures.
just want to explain, my lord. This picture is the communication with that number. He won't communicate with his own number. That's why his number is not on here. This is the communication from that number. If you look at I'll open it. I explained the communication with that number. Not the numbers of the accused. I explained the communication with that number. I won't pick up his number because he didn't communicate with his own number. That's why it's not on there. So I never stated that there was, I don't know about another number. This picture says that's the communication. If you look in the middle, 27793790137. And then that's the communication to that number. I couldn't say that he communicated with his own number because that was not my scope of analysis. So I never put it to this court that I don't know about another number of the accused.
Zange ngichaza ukuthi ayikho enye inamba engiyaziyo kaMsolo, engishoyo nje ukuthi angeke akwazi ukuthi akhulume nenamba yakhe lapha ngoba benginganikiwe lo msebenzi wokuthi ngichaze ukuthi ukhulumile yini nenamba yakhe.
But my concern is very simple. I don't want you to saw it, Mr. House. My concern is that number reflected in the second page of DD5B is not in your DD5, the second number. Is that what I want to confirm?
No, my lord. This is the this picture, 35, is the communication of 27797900137. So that's the one number. That's the number that he said. That he doesn't, I didn't know. Now this is the communication with the other accused.
Let me make it simple for you.
But you can't, it won't be on here because he didn't phone his own number. That's why it's not on here. So I haven't got record on my database for the communication to the other number. So that's why I don't have the number on this picture model.
But I'm going to 079 3790137. If you come on, so angeke kube khona la esithombeni ukukhombisa ukuthi wayekhuluma yini nale yina ngoba ngeke akwazi abengathi ke ukuthi bheke ukuthi wayekhuluma nenamba yakhe yini.
Mr. Host, I'm concerned about the wording of paragraph 15.2.2.
Yes.
You talked about it from the 205. This is the number that was found when accused number 1 was arrested in Tembisa.
That's correct.
That's correct.
That's correct.
So now, my question is, was it the only number on that database that you were giving before you made that affidavit? That
I never looked for that another number because I was looking for the communication with this number with the other accused, my lord. I don't know how to explain it. If I phone, I won't phone my other number.
I know
so
that.
it won't be on this because this is the communication from 0137 to the other accused. So I didn't put it on here because there was no communication with that number. I never said there was another number or I don't know about another number.
Ngizazi ukuthi ayikho enye number noma khona enye number engichazayo lana ukuthi lesithombe ukhombisa ukuthi inumber la 0137 yayikhuluma yini nabanye abasono ngoba iyona into engangicela ukuthi ngiyiveze.
My Lord, can we adjourn for tea?
No, continue with that.
No, that's what was
No,
indicated to me. But I can still proceed.
Yeah,
I'm not
proceed.
running out of questions.
Proceed.
Yes. This number 060.
Malo, can I go back to the top one? To the top. So it was on a database, but it was not. There. Stemba Sabia Muzi 27607747679. I did testify about that because that's a communication from 1239 with that number. I worked out the communication with the other numbers, my lord. So why it's not on paragraph 15.2.2 because 0137 didn't communicate with that number. But if you're looking at paragraph 15.2.1, accused 5, 27715911239 did communicate with that number. That was, it's put to me now.
0715951239 wakhuluma naleyo number ikhona yiyo into ezokuthi ikhombise la.
So it is on the database, my lord.
Ikhona la ngaphakathi kwi-database.
Why was it not mentioned in DD5? And especially there's another number that I'm coming with.
It is mentioned in paragraph 9.2.1.
Chaziwe la ku-paragraph 9.2.1.
That is for accused number 5.
Yes, because he communicated with that number, but it's not. He didn't communicate with himself. That's why it's not on paragraph 15.2.2.
But yebo, ngoba yakhuluma nabanye abantu ikhulunywe ngawo kodwa ke ayizange ikhulunywe ngokuthi yazifonela yena.
Other than that data that was given to you,
Yes, my lord.
how do you prove that this number belongs to accused number 1?
through the investigation team. They must come testify. That was given to me by the investigation team, my lord.
Bathi ngaphandle ke kwale 251 wena ukwazi kanjani lethi siqiniseko sokuthi bakwefom number yakho athi hayi abaseshi abanomsebenzi ukuthi bazoletha leso siqiniseko balethelana bakube yibona abazosikhulumela.
Did they give you the record document under this number?
My lord, I was told this is the number of accused 5.
The question is, did they give you the record document? That's the
No,
question.
my lord, they didn't. I was told that that was the number of.
Bakunika any record document athi cha mina ngatshela ukuthi inumber yakhe le.
Let's get into 083 7106 297. You said it belonged to accused number 1.
083?
083 710 6297.
Where did I say it? Accused 1, 083?
710 6297.
6297. Where did I say?
Sorry?
629.
Do-
Just trying to
Is
keep
it the
that
first
number.
time to talk about this number?
No, I'm just trying to see what's the number. Just want to check what number you're talking about. Oh wait, 2?
083 710 6279. 97, sorry. 083 710 6297.
62. That's it, yes.
Sorry?
Okay, yeah,
Do you see it?
yes.
Does it belong to accused number 1?
That's according to my, that was given to me by the investigation team, my lord.
Athi ke le 0837106297 yakhombisa ukuthi ekamsolo oqala athi hayi ile nto engitshelwe abaseshi.
So you don't have record documents for this number?
No, my lord.
Bathi anayo ireka yaleyo athi hayi cha anginayo.
I have a worry of bringing these two numbers after Sergeant Mhola has testified. According to your initial testimony, you talked about one cell phone that was recovered from accused number 1.
No, I never said one phone, my lord.
You mentioned, sorry, in that affidavit you mentioned one cell phone.
No.
Where is it?
15.2. Do you
Point two.
understand what?
Sorry, Mr. Lieutenant Colonel, just read 15.2.
I'll start with 15.2.1.
Yeah, just
where,
read it.
where that number is
Yes.
mentioned. 15.2, my lord, is the communication of. Let me open it again for you, my lord. And it just said that number. They communicate. These numbers communicate with that number. Okay. That second number of what you won't be on this because he didn't communicate with his own number. That's why it's not on here. I never said there wasn't another number. But if you go back to 15.2.1, paragraph 15.2.1, there is the number put on record. So there is the number.
The court asked you to read that
Yes,
paragraph 15.2.1
yes.
and 15.2.2. The reason why I'm asking this question, Mr. Host, is that Do you remember when you laid evidence about that number? Later it transpired that that number belonged to Lungsani. Yeah. That number, they said it belongs to Lungsani Ndwandwe, who will come and testify at a later stage.
Any must come testify, my lord. That's the data I've got, and that's information and the data I have. And I gave evidence on what I have.
Take I data ile enginayo and ufaze ngilethile ile phezulu kwale data enginayo.
And according to my instruction, Lungsani Ndwandwe is the younger brother to accused number 1. He's he's a cousin to accused number 1. Lungsani Ndwandwe.
Lungsani Ndwandwe ngosina kulenga tolo ukuthi umzala kaMsolo uqala.
Thank you, Madam. Let me just rephrase it. Correction. Lungsani Ndwandwe is the younger brother of accused number 1.
Lungsani Ndwandwe umfowabo omncane kaMsolo uqala.
And he will call him also to confirm that that number belonged to Lungsani Ndwandwe.
I can't comment on that, my lord. I don't have the Home Affairs data before me to confirm if Lungsani is indeed the brother of accused number 1.
Nginalo ulwazi lwase-Home Affairs ochazayo ukuthi uLungsani Ndwandwe umfowabo uMsolo uqala.
I know that you are not working for Home Affairs. The question, the relevance of this is that you made an analysis based on wrong information.
When I received the information, there was no mention that that was the brother of accused number 1.
Now I'm correcting you.
Ngathi-ke uma ngisebenza ke umsebenzi wokuhlaziya nginganikwanga-ke lolu lwazi lokuthi lona umfowabo uMsolo uqala.
So I didn't do the wrong analysis. I've done on what I received, and that's what I gave him for court.
Ngihlaziyile ngalokho engikwamukeleke ngaphendula ngale ndlela.
I'm saying to you now that that number has been contested. You can't put it as a fact that it belongs to accused number 5.
And I can't put it as a fact that it belongs to the brother.
According to the data. According to the data that you're giving.
That's correct.
We'll correct that information emanating from the data.
That's
the
correct.
correct information is that that number belongs to Lungsani Ndwandwe, and he is related to accused number 1.
Can't comment on that, my lord.
Angikwazi ukuphawula ukuthi leyo number leyo kaLungsani Ndwandwe umfowabo uMsolo uqala.
Can you adjourn for 2 minutes?
You still want to go on, please. You don't have to adjourn for tea.
We need to take a comfort break, my lord.
I see, okay, 15 minutes then.